because when you go to when you go to your bed, it's like, okay, this is where you're supposed to relax, this is where you're supposed to lounge around, whatever. and and I was telling her like, oh, like that's the reason why like every time I had homework and I would like try to do it on my bed, it would just never succeed. I would always just put it off.
Psychology behind it. It's like not only is it going to make it like your bed associated with like the stress of your work, but you're also not going to be as efficient at your work because you're associating your bed with comfort and relaxation too. Like so you're getting like a shit end on both spectrums, you know?
Yeah, and I was telling her like what can you do to like separate that even more? Because she was like asking me, and I told her like, well, put stuff away. Like seriously, like put stuff away. Like only bring
Yeah.
stuff out that you need to work. Only take stuff out when you need to work, and when you're done working, like put it away. So like like because out of sight, out of mind, right? So if you don't see the stuff that's out all the time that you associate with work, you have a better chance of like, okay, like I'm separated from work and relaxation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's it's crazy, man. But I didn't real it took me a while. Like, God, why am I not as productive at home when I used to have homework? Like, why am I not as productive at home? And then I realized, like, oh shit, I'm doing it on my bed. No fucking wonder.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, it makes a big difference for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I stuck around for the live stream this week because it seems like Metal's just not in this conversation because of how delayed he is. So this
Yeah.
is the DJ and Carlos show.
Bro, my ping is
I'm the
over
captain now.
3,000 right
Yeah,
now.
I'm the captain
I don't know what that means.
now.
Um,
But yeah, what else is new with you, man?
I'm like anticipating Ellen
I know
saying
you
sorry,
said,
sorry.
oh, now
I
we
wasn't
wait
even
20
saying
seconds.
anything. I was trying to do some conversion in my head. 1,000 milliseconds of ping is about a delay. So for me to be over 4,000 milliseconds of ping means I'm literally at a 4-second delay.
Yeah, honestly, it
that
might be
sounds about
more.
right. As far as like what else has happened, I recently this morning actually I watched an interview of my my college guitar instructor, and like it's crazy, man, because I haven't seen him in a year because I graduated, so I didn't have to take lessons from him anymore, which was really heartbreaking because I love the guy. But it's crazy because like last year, when I was still like in contact with him, he had short hair because he had long hair about my length in my avatar for like the longest time. Like since I've met him, he's had that like about that length of hair, and and by the time and by the time I was supposed to, say goodbye to him or whatever, he had like short hair, like about your length, DJ, right? So
Yeah.
and now seeing him in his interview, his hair grew back out again. I'm like, oh wow, it's old instructor
Yeah,
again, huh?
man. One of my friends had shorter hair than me, and now he's like, his hair's like
Yeah,
down to his shoulders at this point. Like,
yeah,
Am I delayed now
yeah.
I
still?
get you.
Say something.
Something?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're good.
Oh, he's back.
Hell yeah,
my
I was
ping
not expecting that.
my ping normalized.
nice.
Wait, so you heard that whole explanation of the ping, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
we heard it like 5 seconds later,
Well,
but at least
yeah,
we heard it.
but oh, it's
uh,
growing. It's going up. I don't know why it's fucking fluctuating like that. This started happening when I plugged this TV in as my third monitor, so I think I'm just gonna unplug that and not use it
all
anymore
right,
because that is
maybe.
bad. That was really bad. I'm glad it's not as bad. It's still high 70s right now, or low 70s, but still.
Oh,
Even
okay,
even
that's
Rio was like,
better
get
than
better
4,000.
internet. That is way better than 4,000.
70 is a smaller than 4,000. I made that connection.
Yeah, yeah.
But okay, but in that interview, it's just crazy because my instructor was like a full like fucking working touring musician. Like I knew he was super busy, but in the interview he kind of let us know how busy he was, and I had no fucking idea. Like he said that he would be on a plane. Okay, he said that on the slow end, quote unquote, was that, yeah, I'll probably hop on a plane like once a month, but on the but on the not so on that more active working, he would be like, yeah, I'll be on a plane like once a week. So it was like,
Damn.
so he's like, yeah, so he's like super busy. And he was saying how like, yeah, man, like at that time I was like burnt out because I was just on the plane all the time, couldn't, see his family all the time, and then just him having to deal with, not just me, but like, my other friends who were his students at my Cal State. And then oh yeah, like really let me like, find like a new love in the instrument, because he plays guitar and he sings and he produces and he plays piano. He's like super fucking pro, and I look up to him a lot. But but he was saying how like, yeah, I pick up the guitar for fun now, because I want to and I love it, not out of like it's a job, it's an obligation, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he was saying how like, oh yeah, I'm no longer a prison of, the person who holds the highest bid for my work. It's more like, oh no, this is like it's a thing that I actually love to do. And he looks happier too, and it's like,
That's good.
like he was never like because he's kind of like an intense guy, like not intense, but like he was just very like he took himself kind of seriously. And the CMB like I don't mean to come off as rude, but to see him like act like a dork like any musician would is like so like, oh my god, like I love you even more, like
Yeah.
it's just so nice to see the human side of him.
Yeah.
It's just funny because it's just weird seeing that, because like I don't know if like you've ever had like I'm sure both of you have, like you've had like a mentor figure of some kind, and you only ever see him as that kind of, but then like you see another side of him that's more human, and it's like so humbling.
The corn.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, especially like when you get older and like there's certain people who are like that, and now you're sort of like they're not used to you being like at the age that you are, and so you start to open up to each other a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, my old high school guitar teacher, I always saw her as a teacher, right? Like from the student perspective. And then as the years passed and I got older and I was more of an adult and yada, 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 I dropped by one day and she is in full blown, like, just annoyed as all hell. And I see her as an actual person for the first time. And I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah. Hope that wasn't ever directed towards you, Alan.
Nah. She was just annoyed because of all the shit that was happening, and she was like, "Oh, I need to make this happen and that happen, and these kids are not fucking paying attention." And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Hopefully, she never thought about you in that light when you were her student.
Oh yeah, no, I hope not. I mean, I would hope not. Also because like I still talk to her every once in a while, so there is that.
Okay.
Shit, my ping's at 400, so it's still less than a second. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, definitely not as bad as before.
2,000.
Yeah, it's not as bad.
4,000. 2,000.
Oh, so
Yeah, it's getting worse.
You just said 4,000 so fast.
I'm under 200 now, but Jesus.
Okay. Oh my god. That
Fuck
was funny to me for some- that was funny to me for some reason. Anyway.
Oh, fuck. God damn
But
it.
yeah, but he was like, and in that interview he was also talking about like, oh yeah, here's some like tricks that you can use for like if you're ever traveling on like the airport with your instrument. He actually had quite a few stories. Like one of them was that that a good trick, if you have a gig bag on you and you want to get past security, you wear your gig bag upside down so that the fat end of it is to your back, so it looks more like a backpack rather than a guitar case. And by the time like they figure it out and be like, hey, what is it? You're already almost to the plane anyway, so you just yeet it out of there.
I've literally never had a problem taking my guitar on the plane.
Me either.
Like, I think once somebody like was trying to like say like, oh hey, that doesn't fit, like, but it was like only once, and it was like the person next to them was like, no, it's fine. Like, So I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, dude, I've always taken this up, and like if I don't put it on top, which I almost always do, then they put it in the closet for me, like in the front of the plane. Like it's literally
Yeah.
never been an issue. I've done this all the time.
Yeah, when I
Yeah.
went out to visit
It depends.
DJ, the
It depends on the. Oh, sorry.
that's not even
Here you
delay.
go again.
Yeah, no, that's not delay. That's just you guys talking over each other.
Now
Oh, what
it's
were you gonna say?
delay. No, no.
Oh, sick.
I was saying that fucking when I went to Florida, yeah, they just shoved it in the front closet. Somebody was going to try to say something, and then they realized that it fit there, and it was like, all right, never mind. So I just stayed there, and then both
Yeah.
ways, I just took it up there. It was never any problem.
Oh, okay. Because I think it depends on the airline. Because if you're going on a like a local flight where the planes are smaller and the cabins are smaller, then like it could be they make it a big deal. And and apparently apparently he had a piece of paper that of every plane in the year, and like he knew like, well, this plane's a, I don't know, like a 19 something plane which has like this size cabinet in it and this size overhead in it. So by my measurements it could fit a fucking Fender Stratocaster. And he says that by, and oh, the look that they gave me was like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Because they knew that he knew like that they were talking up their ass when they say like, oh no, we can't fit it up there. And he just does the biggest actually pulls out a fucking sheet of paper.
That's fucking gold.
Yeah, that was like one of the fucking funniest stories. Damn, I love that shit.
That's a good one though, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's honestly an awesome interview because he goes into like a few details about like, you know, what it was like before the pandemic, like how he was like he said, getting on a plane like once a week, which is insane because the last time he was in last time he was in Germany, and he was like going to London and stuff like that. So it was like a proper like fucking international shit. And
Damn.
crazy to think that that was like every like week or so, or every month or whatever. So he was fucking busy, dude. Like we'd have to like get, you know, in the morning, so over Skype, so you know it wouldn't be like a horrible hour for him in like whatever country he was in Europe. And I asked him like, oh, what time is it over there in Germany? And it's like 1 or 12 o'clock over here. And I asked him, he's like, oh yeah, it's like 6 o'clock over here. I'm like, shit.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Literally teaching abroad. That's crazy.
I know.
That'd be so cool, man. I've always wanted to do that. Like, I always say, like, of course, like midday moon's like my priority, but like if I wasn't in the band, like if for some reason we had like a tragic fallout, I think I'd go move to Japan for like a year or two or something.
That'd be sick.
I've
Try
thought
to
about
try
that.
to apply for one of those teaching programs.
I've thought about that. If I wasn't in Lady and Arrow, I probably would genuinely consider it, honestly. At least just
Yeah,
to get my
honestly, dude, like,
at least just to get my foot in the door in the country, you know what I mean? Like teach English for whatever amount of years and see if I can, you know, work there as a musician, honestly.
That'd be cool.
yeah. Have you been there before? I forgot.
I have not, but I plan to in the next 2 to 3 years. I made it a goal of mine.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. I think we were talking about doing an episode out there one time.
Oh.
Live from Japan. Yeah, I remember that.
On site.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, dude, it's honestly so cool. Like just studying abroad there. Like I knew I was going to love it, but like actually being there, dude, like I can't even describe like how awesome it is. Like there are for
Yeah.
sure things that you miss, and like even when I was there, like I was there for like 5 weeks, so like I wasn't missing anything too hard because like what's 5 weeks, dude, when you have the rest of your life to go back to America?
May as well be
Like
like
True.
5 hours.
yeah, but when you're living there for like for a year or years, then I'm sure it starts to hit you. But like
Hmm.
seafood's great out there and it's so much cheaper, but like you're not gonna have like a big like steak over there, you know? Like Like thick
Yeah.
cuts of meat like that are pricey. Like they're
Yeah,
rare,
unless
hard
you
to come
pay
by.
like
And
for a lot, unless you pay like a lot of money. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and like fruit too. Like fruit is
Oh
expensive out there,
yeah,
man.
Wait,
I
really?
It's
heard. Yeah,
ridiculously expensive.
it's
Like
yeah,
it's
it's like
not right.
yeah, it's like
Like,
ridiculous.
but
Like I heard that like local fruits are even more expensive than imported. Is that true?
yeah,
But why
yeah,
so
probably,
expensive is
honestly,
the
dude.
question I have.
Because like it's Japan, it's like every fruit came from a very specific soil and was hit from like this very type of sunlight on this day in this region that makes it so special, and it has this history, and it's wrapped in a
I'm
certain
done.
way. And
Oh
like,
my
dude,
god,
shit gets expensive. Like you'll pay
that's
like
exact.
fucking like $70 for a watermelon. Like I'm
Fuck!
not
That
even kidding.
that's
Like
exactly what
they
I
have some
heard.
crazy shit, dude.
That's
Like
exactly what.
$20 grapes would be a bargain. Like you're not gonna get shit like that.
Holy
That's
shit.
Like
exactly what I heard from other people. Like, oh yeah, like
yeah,
the locals are like they treat like their local fruit as if it's like fucking God came down on earth to bless this fucking field of fucking grapes specifically, and then or some shit. That's exactly
Man,
what I
yeah,
heard.
fuck. At that
yeah,
point, I might as well
exactly.
just grow my own shit.
Probably are.
Honestly, yeah, you're probably better off.
Jesus Christ, that's so expensive.
Yeah, yeah. That's hilarious though. Damn.
$40, $70. Jesus.
Dude, trust me, look up like just look up some articles on it. I'm sure you'll find some interesting stuff and some unbelievable prices.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, like certain things like that are like oddly expensive. Like like
Yeah,
like
but no,
like
go ahead.
apparently I heard that like going out to eat is so cheap that that it's like the opposite of like the West, where if you go out every day to eat, you're seen as like, oh God, look at you, you're eating out every day. But the other way around, it's like eating out is so normalized that it's almost it's almost like you would rather go out rather than cook your own food.
Oh, for sure. Like things get expensive there, man. You're definitely better off just buying shit like on the
Damn.
go rather than like trying to cook at home.
ow. Oh, I
Wow.
And that's
just
what
I
I
didn't
see
slammed
know
with
my
a
that.
knee
lot of
into
like
my
the
desk.
YouTubers that I watch from over there too.
Yeah. That's wild. Damn.
That's fucking crazy.
That's fucking like, but that's really cool though. Like just even though it's weird to us, and I'm sure there's plenty of things over here that they find weird. It's
Oh,
just
for
nice,
sure.
Without a doubt.
it's just it's cool to see that contrast between like certain countries. It's like, wow, like eating out is less expensive than cooking at home. Who'd have thought? You know what I mean? But that's
Yeah,
cool though.
exactly.
And like what would you like and I guess like now I'm asking for recommendations because like I made this a personal goal of mine. But like what would you recommend as like some like, or like what would you tell someone like me who's never really traveled abroad? Like I've been to Mexico, but like I've never been to like a fucking full-blown foreign ass country on the other side of the world like that. Like what would you say to someone who says like, okay, I want to go to Japan, and like I want to see these things? Like what would you say to that person?
Just fucking no balls it, bro. Go all in. Like, who cares if nobody's with you? Just fucking do it. Especially in Japan, like there's enough English around for you to get around. Like, even if you know no Japanese, and you know a little bit, right?
I know enough like to say like thank you, excuse me, blah blah blah. The
Yeah,
you
honestly,
know
like even with very basics, like you can go over there, especially if you're going to like some of the bigger cities like Tokyo and stuff. Like you'll be fine. Like everything's written in English for the most part. Like even if there's everything in Japanese, like there's English right under it, like at the train stations. So you don't need to worry about like reading it all in Japanese and getting off at the right place. Like they say it and you'll see it. Like you'll be fine. I'd say like more of like the practical logistics of it though. Uh, think about like how long you're out there and like your phone bill. Don't go
yeah
over there just like with your regular SIM card in your phone. I took my SIM card out when I got there because the international plans get expensive.
yeah
You
Mm-hmm.
could buy a local SIM card when you're there, and they'll do one for 2 weeks. They'll do one for like a month. So I got like a 2 week one, and then I got like a month long one.
yeah
And whatever. I lost out on a week, but who cares? Like
Yeah.
it's better than paying like the international prices, and they give you like certain amount of gigs on your data, so like you you won't be able to text or call people back home like from a regular number. You'll have a Japanese number, but as long
Yeah.
as you're using like WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, like you could call, you could text, you can find everything you need. Like and a lot of them too are they include like WhatsApp and Facebook and Snapchat all included that won't count towards the data that you're paying for. And the
Oh,
SIM cards are
nice.
like super cheap. So like
Sick.
it's really not a big deal. Like that'll save you a lot of money. Um, Try to plan some stuff in advance, like that way you can, get a checklist of things that you really want to do and make time for that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the fun of it is just wandering like the streets of Japan. Like,
Yeah.
you're on the other side of the earth. Like, just
Yeah,
enjoy it.
that's a
Eat
fucking
whatever
trip.
you want. Lose weight before you get there because, like, even though they're skinny out there, you're gonna gain weight from being out there just because, like, you're gonna want to eat everything. Like you're gonna be like, when the fuck else am I gonna be at this random corner on this random
Yeah.
part of the earth? Like again,
Good thing I
like
started exercising this month.
how am I? Yeah, how am I ever gonna know what that like specific ramen bowl tasted like, or that
Yeah.
specific snow cone? Like I'll
Damn it!
never get that experience
Now I
again.
want ramen.
Like so, like you gotta like just go for it, man. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been a personal goal of mine for a while. Like I had this really probably a little bit too naive idea that like, oh yeah, by the time I graduate college, I'm gonna save enough money to like, fucking go to Japan by myself for like whatever amount of time. But then Corona hit.
Airbnbs also that's a good thing. Um,
Oh yeah, that's true.
that helps save you money. Especially like if you do go with a friend, like between like 2 or 3 people, that'll definitely help. Because hotels in Japan, so like when we get a hotel room out here, it's like you pay for the price of the room, not necessarily the price of the person all the time. Like sometimes it goes up if you add people, but more generally, like you're paying for the price of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Over there, like it doesn't matter. You're paying the price of the person. Like everybody's going to be paying the same thing, and that's the most common
Yeah.
custom.
That's what I heard.
So
Yeah.
like it adds up. You don't want to go and travel over there to pay for a hotel. You want to do Airbnb. It's going to save you so much more money too.
Yeah. That's what I
Or
heard.
don't
Like,
be afraid to try a capsule hotel too. Like
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I
I'd
wouldn't
be so
necessarily
down.
recommend it for everyone because I have heard like some bad things about them, like depending on like like what part of town you're in, or like whether you're a man or woman, like it's a different experience for you. But
Yeah.
I've also heard like really good things too. Like if you're just out wandering around, like go for it, man. I didn't get
Yeah.
the chance to try it just because I always had my place planned out.
Mhm.
But like it was definitely something I was open to.
I'd be totally down for a capsule hotel. Like I like, I mean, it's because I just need a bed to sleep in. That's basically what it is. You
Yeah,
just climb in bed and
Yeah?
that's it.
exactly. Go with a bag that you haven't packed a single item in. Like I had a duffel bag that was like collapsible, and I put it like in my suitcase.
And you filled it with like
And
JoJo
then
merch, right?
it, yeah, that Dragon Ball stuff, and just souvenirs for everybody. I brought stuff back for family and for myself, of
Mhm.
course, and like yeah,
Family.
I brought a giant duffel bag that was completely empty. And I bought so much stuff when I was out there. So travel light, and expect to travel heavy on the way back.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Uh, I'm looking up because Alan said he wanted ramen. I'm gonna link him to a a ramen spot like that's like 5 minutes away from where I live that I thought was really, really, really good. It's called you may have heard of it before. It's called I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Josui ramen, like Josui.
Josui.
I'm
Josui.
not sure.
Josui. I've never
It
heard of it.
okay, it's local. I
Hmm.
don't think it's a chain. Here, let me where the hell's the chat? I can't read. Random chat.
It's like 80 chats, man.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses on either, so I can barely see anything.
I see
Okay,
it.
so I put it in random chat.
For sure. I'll check it out.
Yes. It's only to go, but still, like it's
Still.
really good. And if you ever come back to LA, DJ, you should definitely try this. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've always gotten my ramen at Mitsuya because
Yeah,
it's
miso is cool.
it's good. And then I found this new place, or well, it's not new. I found a place that is new to me. I forget exactly where it is. It's over by the 110 in Jefferson, something like that. It's that place
Mhm.
is expensive, but that ramen was good. Oh
I
god.
mean, it's probably. I mean, it's probably worth the price. Yeah, just paying the extra money for good shit.
Yeah, honestly.
Nah, dude, one of the best bowls of ramen I had was like $9.
In Japan, though,
Uh, yeah, in Japan,
that's
and
not
it
fair,
had
though.
lobster. It was spicy ramen, and it had lobster and crab in it, dude. Oh
Oh
my
my.
God, so good. Oh no, it was
You,
lobster and pork. That's what it was.
I
For like
that
less than $9.
Yeah, dude, ramen is like stupid cheap. It's so
Oh
ridiculous. Like
yeah,
less than $10.
and that and like gyoza and like so many great dishes for so cheap out there, man.
There's one dish I want to see. Let me look it up, make sure it's the one I'm talking about. But skimming. Oh, okay, that's how you spell it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there's this. You might have heard of it, but there's this dish called skemen. So
Yeah.
Tsuke. Yeah, you've heard of it.
Hmm.
Yeah, so for I don't know if Alan knows it, but basically
Hmm.
you so they give you the noodles and the broth separately, and because they're separate, the broth is way more intense and like thick, and so the whole point is that you take the noodles and you dip it into the broth as you're eating it rather than, have the noodles and the broth in the same bowl. And apparently because, like I said, they're separate and the broth is much more intense, the flavor is like way more intense than ramen. And I really want to try that.
Yeah, it's very similar to like soba. Like soba is like often had like that too, where you like dip it in when you have like cold soba.
Yeah.
Um, but like
Is that what
it's
we had in
just the
Japanese
ramen
class?
equivalent, and I don't think I've had it.
Excuse me?
Uh, I don't know.
Sorry. We had noodles in our Japanese class. I guess maybe you didn't in your year, but you said cold noodles and I
I mean,
remembered
I
that.
just might have forgot.
It might not have been the year you were there. I'm at 1,000.
Maybe.
Okay. You're speaking like really fast again.
Oh shit.
4,000.
I I
Oh
fucking
my
god
god.
damn it.
Sorry. It's still funny to me. But god damn it, now I'm like all curious now. But like other than like the like typical, I hate to say typical, but like ramen, sushi, whatever. Like what else would you what else would you recommend, DJ?
Everything.
Yes.
All of it. Yeah, pretty much. But like I don't know, I had a lot of like rice bowls with like pork and egg and that kind of stuff, and
Mhm.
I'm trying to think. Oh, curry. Go to curry houses. Curry houses are
Oh,
so fire, dude. Oh my
isn't there
God,
one
I
called
miss
like
Japanese curry.
Coco or something?
Coco Curry House, dude, I don't care
Yeah.
if it's a chain. The place goes fucking hard. Like,
Yeah.
I love that place. Like, I even got like one of those little cards with the stamps. I didn't get to finish it up, but I ended up losing it. I wanted to use it when I went back, but
Yeah.
um, dude, Coco Curry House is so good. I love that
Yeah.
place.
It's like the only
Um,
curry place I know.
yeah. Trying to think of like what else I like. I don't know, man. Um, just try it all. Don't be afraid. Like I had some of those like those like dried like crabs where you eat like the whole thing, like shell and all.
Oh wow.
I've had like some of those and stuff like that. Just eat a bunch of weird shit. Like just go for it. Like you
Yeah.
might as well do it in Japan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Damn. That's super badass, man. Yeah. So now I'm like now I'm like you're just revig. God damn it.
It'd be like that though.
But yeah, man, that's definitely like, yeah, I know. Like it's been a goal for a while, but now that like I actually have like money saved up and like, coronavirus seems to be more and more under control now as like the months go by. Like the idea of it starting to become more and more feasible. So
Yeah.
now I'm like,
I'm
oh
really
God.
hoping to go next year, man.
Yeah. Hmm. I think I'd want to go around like October because it's after summer and it's not like a fucking oven.
It's not that bad. I went in the middle of summer. It was never too hot.
Oh wow.
I was there from like
Uh
May to June, so
oh okay.
that wasn't too bad.
Oh, okay. Oh sorry.
Damn, it was that long, huh?
Yeah, that's cool.
I guess it's technically spring.
Yeah. What's up, Alan?
No, nothing. I'm just, mad about my 2500 ping right now.
Just pouting in the corner.
Pretty much.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, it's so delayed.
It's so bad. I'm so annoyed.
I'm sorry.
4,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Awesome. But anyway, in spite of Alan's like horrific delay, you said like the only thing going on with you is like school, right?
Work, yeah, work,
Yeah.
but that's about it. Not too much outside of that lately. Still enjoying the PS5. Been
Oh
playing
yeah.
Resident Evil 3. I've
Mhm.
been playing Nier Automata. That's what I'm playing right now.
Nice.
Some Demon Souls. I've taken a couple weeks off of Demon Souls though. That game stresses me out too much sometimes.
Oh, is it like really
Um,
hard?
oh yeah, it's a pain in the ass, and it's not that I can't beat the guy. Like the boss that I'm on right now. Like I just tried him once, and I was like, yeah, you know, work has been getting a little more stressful lately. This isn't exactly what I want to do right now. I'm gonna play something a little bit easier, and I'm gonna come back to this when I want the challenge.
Yeah.
Because by the time I get off work, man, I just want to relax. I want to have some fun. Like I was just playing. There's a game that comes with called Astro's Playroom. It's like a little platformer game, and it's a lot of fun, man. But
Yeah, yeah.
like I've been enjoying that kind of stuff a lot more than like just dying. Like
Yeah.
so, because
Just fucking watching your character
those
die.
challenges are fun too. Like I love a challenging game, but I'm just not always in the mood for that, you know.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
like
just bought Super Mario Odyssey this week, so I'm gonna try that soon.
yeah, yeah.
See how that goes, because I've been in the mood for just like some more like relaxed games, because I've been on like the brutal quest for quite a bit now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine for sure. That sounds yeah. Like I could just imagine you just get then you just come home to more stress, give your fucking self a hernia because of the
Dude,
fucking stress or some shit.
this guy fucking, you know what he does? He like, not only does he kill you brutally, but he has this one attack where he de-levels you. He
What the
Aw,
de-levels
fuck?
you.
that's fucked,
And
man.
so it's not like you get that level back when you die. No, like it doesn't go back to your checkpoints. In all like Soulsborne games, like the game, you can't not save the game. Like anything you do is permanent. If you
That's
kill an
fucked.
NPC that levels you up, that you have to talk to level up, if you kill her, you're screwed. You might as well
That's
start a new save
fucked.
file because you're never going to be able to get her back. Like so, it's